Hey everyone, in today's video, I want to show you exactly how to make TikTok videos like a pro. Now, as my day job professionally, I actually make TikTok videos, Instagram Reel videos, YouTube short videos for different companies. So the vertical videos that you see, but it's super complicated the way the pros do it. So I usually use a 6K resolution camera with this kind of lens, rig it sideways on stands, and it gets really complicated. I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you how to make videos for TikTok on your phone and edit it in the TikTok app on your phone. 99.99% of people really just should be doing that and not making it any more complicated than that. So let me show you. Launch the TikTok app and then press Me. So you're on your profile page here. You really could do this from any page, but I'll just show you on my Me page here. All you have to do is press the plus sign right here to make a TikTok video. So right on the bottom of your app. And this is going to be the same if you use an iPhone like I am here or an Android phone. The process is going to be the same. And this is the video creation page of TikTok. So you have this page where you record your video and then add a lot of different options that I'm going to cover. Then on the next page, there's some editing options. Okay, so let's start here. On the very top, you have flip. So flip, if you have a two-sided phone with two cameras, one on the front and one on the back, it just flips the camera. So this is gonna come in useful. I'll leave it on that so it's a little less distracting. And then what I typically do is pick a sound. So you see where it says sound, select that. And then it's gonna let you choose popular music here. So all you have to do to get started is choose a song. So I'll just choose this 30-second song and press the check mark next to it. So you press the song, press the check mark. Now the song is playing in the background. I just have it on mute right now so I don't get into issues with YouTube. Now you select speed. If you select speed, it's going to let you on the bottom here change it from recording in slow motion, that's half as speed for example, or fast motion like 2 times faster or 3 times faster. I'll leave this in regular speed, but that's a good thing to know when you're recording your videos. Beauty, let me just show you. Let me flip the camera and press beauty. You see what it's doing to my face? By default, it's on, so it's kind of just removing the imperfections on my face. I'll go back to flip here, but that's the beauty filter. By default, I think it's on, so you should just leave it on. Then you have filters. Now, filters you also will have on the next page, so you could decide, you could see what it's doing to your image. It's changed the color of your image here. So you could decide that, and there's a bunch of different filters from portrait to landscape to food, depending on what you're gonna take a video of. So usually I just leave this on normal and I'll do some stuff on the next page on the filters. Then you have a timer. Now timer is really, really important. So let me show you how timer works. Okay, so on this page, you got a couple of different options, okay? My entire video is gonna be 15 seconds, but I want multiple different clips. Right there where it says 3 second or 10 second, this is just kind of a timer here. So if you press countdown, it's gonna count down for you based on that, okay? So if you choose 10 seconds, it's gonna count 10 seconds. And then it's going to record your clip, okay? So it's recording the clip and I'm gonna press stop. Now, I did not want that to happen, so I'm gonna press the little X and then discard that clip as if I never recorded it. So I'll go back here. Let's try it again. Let's go to the timer option. And this time, I'm gonna set it to 3 seconds, so the countdown is gonna change from 10 seconds to 3 seconds. But I could actually move how long my clip is going to be. So it's gonna start at 0 seconds, and I just want this to be 2.5 seconds or so, let's say, okay? Now if I press countdown, it's gonna count to 3. 1, it's gonna record. I'm gonna show that I'm gonna solve this cube, and then it stopped. Now look on top, you see that blue section? It means he only recorded 2.5 seconds, and I have the rest of it that's gray to still record more clips. So that's what you wanna do on TikTok. You want to record shorter clips and then add more to it as you go. Okay, so I still have a lot more recording to do. You could always do this too, okay? You could always get your shot ready, press the record option instead of having the countdown, press the red option right here. Now it's recording the same way as before, but you have to stop it yourself. So sometimes if your camera's not in front of you, that's not gonna work very well. So I'm gonna press X and just discard that last clip. And just keep looking at the top bar on top, the blue bar. It's gonna show you with those little white marks where the cuts are taking place and how many clips you have. Now you don't have to fill the whole 15 seconds, okay? At any time you could press this red check mark to go to the next page. But to make a good professional TikTok video, you do want multiple different clips, okay? I do want to actually exit here because I forgot to show you one more thing. I'm gonna press start over. On the very bottom, the reason why it was 15 seconds is because I'm on the 15-second section. But I could be on 60 seconds if I want to make my video 60 seconds long. Now, if you're doing 60-second videos, you should choose a song that's 60 seconds. I only chose a 30-second song because I'm doing a 15-second video, so that's okay. It's not gonna run out. You also have something called templates here where you could do kind of slideshows, and I covered that in a different video, but that's available to you, okay? Next, you have this effects tab. Let me show you this effects tab on the bottom, where you could do a ton of different cool stuff here. Okay, let me flip the camera just to show you. Some of these require a face, okay? So for example, this one or this one, I could change what's in the background of my image here. There are a bunch of different types of effects here that you could choose from. So I won't show you all of them here, but this is where really things could get very advanced for you. There's some stuff you could do with your face here. There's a green screen dedicated section where you could just choose how things show up behind you, choose stuff from your camera, and all that is available under the effects tab, okay? In this case, I'm gonna choose effects, and I don't want any effect, so I'm gonna just press the stop sign here. There's no effects happening now, okay? Let me flip the camera one more time, but do play with this effects tab. It could come in really handy. So let me go ahead and flip the camera. I'm gonna do one more timer, 3 seconds, and I'll make this clip about 4 seconds here. So I'm just changing the slider here, okay? Oh, actually it's not gonna be 4 seconds because I recorded 2.5 seconds. So I'll go to the 6.5 second mark and I'll start the countdown. I have 3 seconds. So then I could do this. Okay, that's it. It recorded that clip. You could see I got to the end of that mark and there's a little white mark now. Okay, so you get the idea here. You could also add from your camera roll too, okay, but you can't do that after you start recording. You either have to choose stuff from your camera roll or record. Let's say I recorded a few more clips here. Let me just go ahead and flip this camera and record this. I don't know how to get this back together, so I'm just making sure I'm at the end. Okay, so I got to the 15-second mark and it automatically brought me to the next page and it's showing me the whole edit, okay? So there's the whole edit. Now let me show you how to make adjustments. This is the editing page. The first page was the creation page. This is the editing page. On the editing page, you still have that filters option I mentioned, so select it and the same things. So I usually recommend you do that here. Let's say I want to make this warm, I'll click away. Then you have adjust clip. Let me select that. Are you sure you want to adjust clips? Yes. Now it's going to show me my 3 different clips, okay? You see that? Now I could change the in and out points of these clips, just like this, okay? Just grabbing that red bar right here, changes the in and out points of the clips for me. Or I could edit the individual clips here. So the in and out point, let me just bring it back to where we had it. Changes the in point where the clip starts, the whole edit, and the out point. Or you could edit the individual clips, like I'll just select this last one and I'll make it come in a little bit later, like here. So it's not coming in the beginning, it comes a little bit later, and I'll press the check mark. Okay, this is gonna change my edit now. So it's gonna go from here to here. You get the idea here? Okay, now it's 12 seconds instead of the 15 seconds it was, but I'm gonna press save. And now I have a new edit. So this is how you edit after you record. So if you don't get it perfectly in the recording with the timer and the countdown, it's okay, because you could do that with the adjust clips. Then you could add voiceover. So if I select this, I could actually record voiceover and keep the original sound. Okay, so if I want to blend the voiceover with the original sound, I could do that, or I could check that off and record a new sound. Now on the bottom, you have sound. Let me show you what sound does. Sound is going to let you actually add a different music track here. So you could choose a different one. So this is great because you're not stuck with what you chose in the beginning. You could go ahead and change it here. And you have volume. This is really important. Original sound, okay, that's the sound where you were recording and whatever the camera recorded. Typically, I want that to be 0 because I'm gonna let the music be at 100%. Okay, so my music volume is at 100%. That's what I want, the sound that I added. That's the sound option, okay? Usually the default option will work fine. It mutes everything that you said in the background and lets the music take over, which is what's happening now. I just, again, have it on mute so you don't hear the music. FX tab is different than the FX tab I showed you in the previous page. In the editing page where we're looking here, the FX tab is a little bit different, okay? So here is our whole edit right here. And basically to apply an effect like filters, the stuff you see over here, I just press and hold. So smoke, for example, let me press and hold on it. And look at that, it's adding smoke. And as soon as I let go, it stops. Okay, so if I press play, you could see there's the smoke effect and then it will stop. Okay, so that doesn't look very good. So I'm gonna press this little undo right here. And you have a bunch of them like that. Okay, as long as you press and hold on it, like gold powder, that's gonna be like this, let go, okay? And then I could go ahead and preview that to make sure that's what I want. Okay, and you could blend different ones. So maybe gold powder, let's go back here. It ends here. And then I have bling, let's see what that looks like. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll add that. And you could see it's adding different colors here to, I'm just scrubbing through with my fingers here. So that's the visual filter. Then you have effects too. Effects is pretty cool because you could again do the same thing. Go where you want the effect to start, right here with that white mark, and then press and hold on an effect to apply it, and it kind of does this kind of thing to it. Okay, now this is applied to my whole video. So I could just go ahead and change where it starts. So now it's normal with the filters, then the effects kicks in here. Okay, so that could be useful, and there's a bunch of different effects. Then you have transitions. So when you go from one clip to another clip like this, maybe you want to transition. So I'll go at the end of this one clip and then hold down transition or press transition. I don't have to hold it down. And this is what it's going to do between the effects. If I press play, TV off, that's pretty cool. That was a really nice transition instead of just a regular cut here. Let me do it over here to this one. I'll do scroll. I'll press play. All right, so that's transitions. You have split where you could actually split different parts of the video here, like this, into multiple different sections. So it's just basically, again, duplicating videos into 2, 3, 4, 6, whatever you want here. I don't want to do it here. And then you have a timer here where you could reverse or turn things into slow motion on this page instead. Okay, so these are useful. If I press slow motion, for example, you see that? It's just turning it into slow motion. None is what I want in this case, and let me go ahead and press save on top. So here's my new edit now. I have the sound option set, effects, then we have text, which I need to show you because that's probably the most useful thing on TikTok here for getting people to stay. So I'll type text, can you solve this? And when you type out text, you could change the style, you could actually add borders to it, you could change the alignment of it, and you could change the color of it too. Okay, so I'll go with this text here, and let me go ahead and press done on top, and I'm gonna bring it and put it up here, okay? Now there's a hidden option with text. Select it, and you see it lets you set a duration. So let me select and set a duration. It's going to let me put the text where I want the text to start and to end. So maybe I want the text to start in the beginning, but end here. Okay, so I could take the red ending here, bring it back, and right there. Okay, right there. I'll press the check mark. So now the text is only gonna play on that first clip, then when I go to this, it's gonna disappear. So these are disappearing text, very useful. So if I add text again, now with this new text, I could select this text, set a duration, and actually have this come after the other text. You see how it's previewing it, so that text disappears. I'll make it come in at the end here and go to the end of the video. So I'll press the check mark. So now I have text in the beginning, no text in the second clip, and text should appear. There we go, right there it appeared. Okay, so this is really useful, the text option. And you finally have the sticker option right here, where you could just add a bunch of different stickers, like maybe a poll is good. And I could press done and put the poll maybe up here so it doesn't cover the text, or maybe let me put it here. That's covering my text here, so I'm gonna actually grab it and bring it up here to this delete sign and delete it. But stickers are kind of cool and useful for sure. All right, so this is the editing page. I'm gonna press next, and finally I'm on the post page. So you had the video creation page, the second page was the editing page, and this last page is your post page. Here, you could describe your video. You could use hashtags if you want other people to discover it. You could select cover. Selecting cover lets you choose a different part of your video, maybe here. See, it gives you a little preview of what it's gonna look like when people see that on their feed. And you could actually add effects to it. Okay, you could add these type of effects to it. Now I already have text on mine, so I don't need to add any more text, but these are your options on the bottom. Now press save. Now, who can watch this video? Everyone is okay. I'll leave it on that. Who can comment, who can duet, stitch, all this by default is fine. Okay, now all I have to do is press post, or I could save it as a draft and post it later too. Sometimes it's good to batch create videos like this and then save them as draft and post them later. I'll post now, and I'm gonna go to the me page. Let's refresh here. There we go. It just appeared on here. So people will see it just like this, and the music is playing in the background. They could give it a heart, they could comment on it, and it's all ready to go. Okay, so I know that was a longer video, but I really wanted to show you everything there is to know on TikTok as far as creating video step by step, all in the app. So the creation process, the editing process, and finally the posting process. Those 3 pages, after you get used to them for a while, become really, really useful. I also got this little handle here for my phone, or a little holder. So I bought this on Amazon. It's really inexpensive. So if you have somewhere where you could set up your phone like this, and it's just hooked to my desk here where you could be away and your phone doesn't move, and you could do everything with it for creating TikTok videos. If you don't want to buy a tripod, this is really, really handy. So I'll put a link to this in the description below if you want to do this kind of setup. I hope you found this useful. I do have a ton of videos on social media, really almost 1,000 videos dedicated to tech and social media on this channel. So I hope you subscribe and check out some of the other videos, and I'll see you next time.